Hi, my name is Denise, and I'm going to be presenting on exercise and a solution to stress. I found this very interesting and very connective to all of us, being that we're college students, whether we're graduating or not. Stress is literally everywhere, and you can name it from the moment when you're in high school and you're stressed out about who are you going to prom with, or what college am I going to, how am I going to afford college, can I get a car, my parents don't want to buy me the car. All these issues, they stress us out, as we always complain about. Then you reach college and you have the stress of, I have a paper due tomorrow. I have to read 20 pages for my next class. I didn't get down all the PowerPoint slides. All these issues on top of social stress. And a lot of the times we tend to ignore our social stress because we think of it as it's making me anxious. A lot of these issues you can fix by working out. And that's what I really liked about this paper because I have a strong connection to it. I've always been into in the athletic type, but I never really noticed what how much anxiety and stress I would have myself until I had a car accident and I couldn't work out for 6 months. Those 6 months just felt so long when you can't work out, and all the anxiety was just coming at me. And writing this paper, which each symptom that I would just think, wow, that's really interesting. I can name so many other people that should just work out to make it go away because when I started to go back to the gym, that's when I really felt like it all went away. Whether you're performing yoga, as in I wrote one of my examples was yoga, and that study was very interesting. I've never been the type to just have small exercises. I don't want to say too much of small, but I have very much been into mixed martial arts or taekwondo or kickboxing or Muay Thai, more intense, high intensity. Yoga, I didn't connect with it until I was told I needed to do more stretching to for my back, and then when I connected with yoga and Pilates, I realized it's just as hard. It really is. It's not a small exercise. It's not downplayed. It is hard and it is intense because you have to you have to connect with your own soul, and that's the hardest thing you can do in life because you're connecting to everything that's stressing you out. You're literally releasing it with each breath that you take out. And Dr. Brian was always talking to us about yoga. So when I went into my first yoga class, I found it really interesting and I really connected with her at that point. Exercise in general can help benefit in a lot of aspects of your life, but to reduce stress, it can help the most in my point of view for ages as soon as you hit puberty and you start to feel these emotions gathering in on, oh, I want a boyfriend but my moms don't let me, or I want to be able to go out past my curfew but they think I'm still a kid. You're that in between stage, and in one of my studies it was really interesting hearing their point of views on um, teenagers, like 13-year-olds, all the way until they're 18 and they're in the verge of going to college. They have a lot more stress than people tend to realize. We kind of just downplay it and think, they're still kids, but we're not just kids at that point. We're confused and we need guidance. And as you get older, if you didn't have that correct guidance from the beginning, you don't know how to cope with stress. So it is really important for kids in that age to start exercising, to find their escape route, whether it's arts or my favorite, exercising, and what I wrote my paper on because you'll not only benefit your own health, but you'll also benefit your behavioral health. It's okay to feel depressed, anxious, worried, stressed, all these things, but it's not okay to not fix it. Once you know that the problem's there, you want to go to the root of the problem and try to solve it with exercise. Talk to someone. There's always someone you can talk to. There's so many people in this world that you can talk to about your stresses in life. And if you're also exercising, you'll see the physical changes. You'll see the emotional change. You'll feel better about yourself externally, and that's gonna make you feel better about yourself internally while you're talking to someone. As you're talking to someone and you're fixing yourself by releasing those endorphins and by feeling like seeing the change in your body. Oh, I'm getting abs now, or I feel so much toned, or I'm losing weight, I'm gaining muscle mass. All those physical changes you start to see, they get you more excited about life, and you start to forget a little bit about all the other things that are going on. And that's probably one of the best feelings, especially when you're in college and you have to meet all these new people. And if you're dorming and you're not controlling your own food intake and you start to feel that you're not being as healthy, that's another stress in life. Am I not eating enough? Am I eating too much? Am I eating too bad? If all these things start to gather up when you're in college. And one of the studies that I looked up was college students and how they handle stress, and a lot of them handled it poorly with alcohol or drugs. But then the other group, the control group that and they used exercise, were ex, were excelling more than the students that were condoming in alcohol. And that's something that you can really benefit from knowing when you're in a college environment and you start seeing your friends or your roommates are going out every weekend, and then you might want to ask them like, "What's going on? Are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? Is there anything that's bothering you?" Those questions, they may seem small or too personal, but you may save them a year worth or more times worth of liver problems or alcoholism. You never know if that person already has a gene in them. All these things can really affect them, and they can just fix it if you can say, "Oh, do you want to go on a run with me?" Or "Do you want to go play some basketball?" I know a lot of students in our school, especially, they rather go to the basketball courts and play some basketball, and that makes them feel better. Or the track students, they rather go to the track on their own and go for a nice run. All those physical activities, they play a big role on helping not only yourself but your roommates as well. And overall, stress is in too many places at this point that we have to fix it, and the way to fix it is get up and move. Make a move and talk to someone to help make their moves. Convince them into, "I'm as stressed as you are, but I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna take that walk. I'm gonna go on that run, and you should come with me. Let's, instead of skipping the gym, let's skip going to the bar next weekend." All these matters play a huge role, and I hope that my paper stands out to you guys and you guys get up and move and bring someone with you. It'll be fun. Thank you. Have a great day.